Good Friday afternoon, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and here I am once again to do you guys a drive home forecast. And give me just a second. I gotta post this in the other Alabama Stormtrooper Weather Center. Okay. All right. So I hope everybody's doing well on this Friday afternoon. And once again, it's finally Friday. And in the words of George Jones, forget the working blues and let the good times roll. And we are definitely going to be doing that this weekend, as it will be the first weekend, or I should say the last weekend in July and the first weekend of August, because August 1st is obviously on Sunday. So hope everybody is doing well today. And as you can see, we are all scorching right now across north and central Alabama. Now, I will tell you that there are a couple of showers and thunderstorms up here in the Tennessee Valley, and these are mostly over here from basically north of Gadsden all the way up here to the Scottsboro area. So if you're driving home around the Gunnersville area, or if you're down here towards the Scottsboro area, also towards the Lake Gunnersville or the Grant area, you're going to be impacted on some drive home down the 431 corridor or the 79 corridor, and especially if you are going near Lake Gunnersville. There are storms and showers that are popping up right now, and especially if you're traveling home along the 79 corridor in between Albertville and Boaz. So just know that it's going to be a wet drive home for you, and it could even possibly reach down into the Gadsden area as well. Now let's move a little bit further off to the west and check on our friends in downtown Birmingham. And as you can see, there are a couple of showers in between Birmingham and Coleman right now. And these are basically spread out over here towards the Smith Lake area. And then also along the 31 corridor over here in between Good Hope and Hanceville. And these are moving on off to the south, basically paralleling the Hanceville, Alabama area there in Coleman County. Now, there's also a couple more storms up here just off to the southwest of Decatur, down here towards Hartselle as well. And these are basically sliding parallel to the 157 corridor near the Moulton, Alabama area. And this is well south of the Florence area. And one more stop up here towards the Tennessee Valley if you are driving home near the Florence area or the Huntsville area. Everything is off to the south of you. And unfortunately, you can see that Florence, Alabama is checking in right now at a high temperature of 97 degrees. So we are basically baking out here. Huntsville, you can see currently is 91 degrees with all of the rain off to your southeast and to your southwest. And it is moving away from the Huntsville area right now. Now let's move a little bit further off to the south and check on our friends down here in the Tuscaloosa metro area. And all is dry along the Highway 82 corridor or along the 2059 corridor in Tuscaloosa County. So nothing will be impacting your drive home. And Tuscaloosa is sitting there at 94 degrees. Now let's move a little bit further off to the south and to the east down here towards the Montgomery area. And as you can see, Montgomery is checking in at 92 degrees. Now do not factor in this right here because that is an old reading. There is absolutely no way that central Alabama right now is currently 73 degrees. I'm sorry, that's just wrong. So just ignore the 73 degrees right there. But it is currently 92 degrees there in the Montgomery metro area. And there may be one small little shower that's trying to pop up right here just off to the southwest of Montgomery, near the Country Estates area and the Prairie View Estates area, also near the Stones community. But that's going to be very minimal, if anything, if it does continue to pop up over here just southwest of Montgomery. And the same can be said over here for Auburn and Opelika. All is dry along the 85 corridor and also down here towards the 280 corridor, down here towards Smith Station and Columbus, Georgia. All is dry for your drive home, and also down here along the Highway 80 corridor near Tuskegee, Alabama. All is dry down there in that portion of Alabama. Now let's go a little bit further off to the southeast and check on Eufaula, Troy, Greenville, Ozark, and Dothan. And as you can see, all things are quiet right now down there in southeast Alabama. Andalusia is sitting there at 97 degrees, just like the Florence area. So Florence and Andalusia are tied right now for the hottest spot in the state of Alabama. But as you can see, there's nothing on the radar, all the way stretching from Andalusia all the way over to Dothan. So nothing is going to be impacting your drive home along the 84 corridor, and especially if you are down here towards the Enterprise area, it is going to be dry on your drive home as well. And let's look over here into South Alabama, or in Southwest Alabama. And as you can see, pretty much is dry up here between Greenville and the Evergreen area. Evergreen right now is checking in at 96 degrees. And let's check in here on Mobile. And as you can see, there is only one small shower that is across the state line over here just off to the northwest of Pensacola, in between Pensacola and Beulah, near the airport there in Pensacola. And this is north of Millview. So let me check and see which way the storm is moving. And it looks like it is moving off to the southwest just ever so slightly. But this is over in the state of Florida, and it will not impact you anywhere in the state of Alabama. But right now, down here towards the Alabama beaches, and of course the Mobile Bay area and downtown Mobile, all is dry down there in the city of Mobile. And once again, Mobile, Baldwin County, and all of those places, just like the rest of Alabama, are baking and cooking right now. As you can see, Mobile is checking in at 91 degrees. And down here at the Jack Edwards Air Force Base, down in Gulf Shores, you can see that the air temperature is 91 degrees. So it is hot and it is dry for the majority of the state of Alabama. The only trouble spots for your drive home is going to be up here. And I do note that the National Weather Service in Huntsville now has issued a severe thunderstorm warning, and this is valid right now for Marshall and DeKalb counties in Alabama. And this warning goes until 4:45 for damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour and very small hail. And this is 9 miles south of Scottsboro, moving to the southeast at 15 miles per hour. Scottsboro, Rainsville, Geraldine, Langston, Lakeview, which is in northeast Alabama, Hopewell, and Painter. So those are the areas that are going to be impacted by this severe thunderstorm right now that is sitting basically right over Guntersville Lake. and this is moving towards the city of Fort Payne, but I do believe it's going to scoot just a little bit further off to the south of Fort Payne. It's going to come across down here, if it holds together, towards Fife, Crossville, and then Powell, Alabama. So it looks like it's going to stay south of Fort Payne for now, but that is a severe thunderstorm warning for Marshall and DeKalb counties in northeast Alabama until, and also central Jackson County. So Jackson, Marshall, and DeKalb counties until 4:45 this afternoon for the potential of 60-mile-per-hour winds. And I would not be surprised to see the Weather Service possibly issue one for this storm south of Guntersville. So if you're driving home today, and especially if you're down here towards the Gadsden or Attala area, just note, and Albertville and also Boaz, just want to go on ahead and make sure that you have a eye to the sky and make sure that you pull over in blinding rain and take extra precautions in flooding rains, because flooding can do a lot of damage to your vehicle, especially if you hydroplane on some of these roadways today. So once again, that is the situation right now. We currently have just one severe thunderstorm right now that is south of Scottsboro and just off to the northwest of Fort Payne, over here towards the Lake Guntersville area and the Rainsville community along the 35 corridor. So once again, that is the situation that we have right now. The only other storms that we have over here are going to be these that are going to try to slide in between Decatur and Hartselle, moving down into the city of Coleman if they hold together. And that's a big if, because these storms today are basically pulse type thunderstorms. And so these are going to pop up and rain themselves out. So if you're traveling down the 157 corridor, going into the city of Coleman, in between Hartselle and Coleman, just note that there could be a couple of thunderstorms that impact your drive home a little bit later on today. And then they've got this one that just popped up right over here, right over Smith Lake, just off to the west of Good Hope, and that is basically going to cross the I-65 corridor down here in northern Jefferson County. So just note that there could be a couple of showers to impact your drive home across the southern portions of Coleman and the northern portions of Jefferson County on your drive home today. And there's also a storm that has just popped up over here towards the Aniana area, stretching over here between the Chandler Mountain area and the Aniana area on 231. And this is going to stay north of Highland Lake. So that is the situation that we have ongoing right now. And Jasper has actually broken we had two places in Alabama that were at 97 degrees. Well, Jasper has exceeded that. So right now, Jasper wins, unfortunately, the hottest spot in Alabama right now, as that they are currently at 99 degrees with a dew point of 81. That is extremely dangerous weather outside right now for our friends in Alabama. And unfortunately, it's going to be the same way tomorrow, and then we get a much cooler pattern in here next week. All right, and one more time, I wanted to show you some of the roads across the Alabama area. If it will load. Okay, so it looks like we have a crash up here that is sitting here along the I-22 corridor near Cordova, and it's a minor crash right now, so that's good. Okay, so we've got another crash that is along the 2059 corridor near Inslee that could be backing up traffic. And this is a minor crash, so that's good news. So let's take a look and see what the traffic looks like up there right now. And this is 2059 at Anniston Avenue and near Arkadelphia Road. And as you can see, traffic is really backing up and getting thick right up there in the Birmingham metro area right now. There's also a wreck downtown, it looks like, along the 280 corridor. And let's check a look and see US 31 at University Boulevard. And let's take a look and see. Yikes. Yeah, that doesn't look too good. So if you are along the 31 corridor, you may want to avoid that area at all costs right now, because that is a very serious situation right now. And this is 3rd, 4th Avenue South along the 31 corridor down there in Birmingham. So once again, that is the situation that we have ongoing. Hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and a great weekend, and I will see you guys right back here on social media on Monday. Stay safe out there from the heat, and as always, God bless.